Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. New details have been released in the Trempealeau County car crash turned homicide investigation. According to the criminal complaint, 36-year-old Kyle Dahl of Ettrick was killed in what appeared to be a car crash May 15th. An autopsy later revealed he was shot. Surveillance footage showed a red sedan following Dahl's car. During a witness interview, authorities learned Todd Geek was the driver of the red sedan, and he was high-amped and fast-paced, they say. The witness also said he heard Geek fire his handgun and then heard the sound of glass breaking. They say they saw Dahl's car drive off the road and Geek drove his car in the other direction. Geek is currently at the Trempealeau County Jail facing multiple charges, including first-degree reckless homicide. According to online court records, Judge Radke intends to recuse himself from the case as Dahl worked closely with the county court system. Geek's case is now on hold until a new judge is assigned.
All right, rainfall has already moved up to the north, but it has moved out as well to the east. Here locally, we're expecting rainfall for areas in La Crosse within the hour, and that will be with shower activity getting into at least some thunderstorm activity deeper into the afternoon. You saw that batch of rainfall that scooted out. We have more on the way. That was some pretty good storm activity that worked in the area, and this storm is a little bit more organized. We'll call it that. You look at the flood alerts, widespread for all the flash flood watches, but over by Minneapolis and then moving closer to along the Mississippi by La Crosse, we have a lot of flood warnings or watches in play. We're also going to be seeing here as we get into it the rainfall totals that we picked up over the last, say, 24 hours or so. Now they're really picking up, we'll pick up later on in the afternoon. Here's a look at the current dew points. We're in the 60s right now, some 70s, so we're a little bit cooler. We knocked out our local temperatures. Right now we're about 71 degrees, but you can see we'll see some mid to upper 60s to finish out the afternoon, getting into the evening hours around 71 degrees there. How about this though, as you look for planning your day locally for La Crosse, you're holding on to 79 degrees, so we've dipped down from the 81 degrees we were expected so far with rain and storms on the way.
All right, Art, thank you. We will see you in just a bit. Well, we've had a couple of days of relief. Nearly 100 million Americans from coast to coast continue to face dangerous conditions today. From the blistering heat wave that's been stretching across the country all week, the National Weather Service predicts heat index readings above 100 degrees in many areas. Washington, D.C.'s subway system had to restrict trains above ground, worried the heat might warp the tracks. Scott McFarland reports.
Near the monuments on the National Mall, this weekend could make a different type of history.
We might not do anything outside.
Washington, D.C. faces the risk of record temperatures during a busy tourist season.
Just trying to squeeze stuff in without, going insane from the heat.
Anthony Parenti is visiting from Rhode Island with his kids.
Using the cooling towels, got a bunch of water. So just trying to stay hydrated.
As a precaution, Washington, D.C.'s fire department plans to deploy extra ambulances today.
What happens to your call volume when it's 100 degrees on the National Mall?
Well, D.C. averages 500 to 600 calls in a 24-hour period routinely. In the heat, they generally spike. We go above 600. It's not unusual to go above 600.
600 a day?
Yes, in a 24-hour period.
And they'll send cooling stations for the firefighters who need to wear gear that weighs 65 pounds.
This stuff is designed to protect us from the heat, which in turn means that it's not letting much heat out. So days like today, it's pretty brutal.
From New York City to South Bend, Indiana to Washington, they're urging people to seek out water parks, splash pads, or indoor cooling centers. While even in Vermont, they've opened the pools earlier than expected.
Here in Montgomery County, Maryland, they've shifted some of the strenuous summer camp activities to the earlier, cooler parts of the morning. Elsewhere, they've moved summer camps indoors. At the splash parks, though, they expect peak crowds during the peak hours. Scott McFarland, CBS News, Boys, Maryland.
And aid is once again reaching southern Gaza via the U.S.-built floating pier. Central Command says it transported 1.4 million pounds of aid just yesterday. That is the largest single delivery day to date for the structure. CENTCOM says it reattached the pier Wednesday after dismantling it earlier to avoid damage from heavy seas. Migrant arrests have fallen sharply in the 2 weeks since President Biden announced new rules restricting asylum. Preliminary data shows arrests between ports of entry declined by 25% since June 4th. The agency also reporting Border Patrol arrested nearly 118,000 people who entered the country illegally between ports of entry in May, a 9% drop from April. In a statement, the CBP acting commissioner says while their enforcement efforts are continuing to reduce encounters, the immigration system is not resourced for what they're seeing. In a major ruling today, the Supreme Court upheld a federal law that bars domestic abusers from owning guns. In its 8-1 decision, the High Court rejected the argument pressed by gun right groups that the law in question violates the Second Amendment. The decision may help support similar federal gun regulations that have been challenged since the Supreme Court vastly expanded gun rights in 2022. Justice Clarence Thomas filed the only dissent. Coming up, Amazon is popping its plastic bubble. Why the e-commerce giant is ditching those air pillows in your packages, we'll tell you after the break.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
On these trails, I find the middle ground and get things moving. I've done that as a state lawmaker, and it's what I'll do in Congress. I'll work with both parties to get things done for workers and families. I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
When you're injured in an accident, one mistake could cost you a lot of money.
Nobody knows bikers and the law like Hupy and Abraham.
They know how to get you all the money that you deserve.
It costs nothing for you to contact Hupy and Abraham, and they will never take a fee unless they win your case.
They got me way more than I thought I would get. Hupy and Abraham mean business.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Ever think how easy your life could be with a lift chair from King Furniture? We have a great selection of quality lift chairs to choose from. A lift chair will easily lift you into a standing position. A lift chair gives you the independence you want and the comfort you need. And King Furniture has lift chairs starting at just $7.99 in all kinds of fabrics and leathers. Go from standing to sitting to reclining all in one easy motion with an easy-to-use hand control. Improve your life. Improve the life of someone you love with a lift chair from King Furniture.
At Driven to Clean, our goal is fast, efficient cleaning of your trash bins and dumpsters. Our high-powered wash system and autonomous trucks kill almost 99% of all bin bacteria, using 200-degree pressurized water to blast away germs and residue. We come the day after trash or recycling pickup for residential services and pre-schedule for commercial. Once completed, you'll have the cleanest bins around. Check out our plans and pricing at driventoclean.com.
Congress has been spinning its wheels, going nowhere. I'm Katrina Shanklin. In the state capitol, I've passed 225 bipartisan laws to help farmers, workers, and families. I approve this message because I have the experience to get things moving.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Welcome back. The U.S. Supreme Court has upheld a Trump-era tax that targets American taxpayers with shares of certain foreign corporations, known as the mandatory repatriation tax. The ruling comes after a Washington state couple challenged a $15,000 tax bill they received on profits they claim were reinvested and never distributed from an India-based company. The tax was part of a 2017 Republican tax reform package, and it was expected to raise nearly $340 billion over 10 years. The IRS says the vast majority of pandemic-era credit claims are at risk of being improper. The agency said it reviewed 1 million claims for the Employee Retention Credit. That program was created to help businesses retain workers during the pandemic shutdowns. The IRS says tens of thousands of those claims are likely to be denied in the coming weeks following the review. The credit represents about $86 billion. And shares of Trump Media continue to plummet. Shares of former President Donald Trump's company and Truth Social owner tumbled at another 14% on Thursday. Trump Media has now lost nearly half its market value since May 30th. The severe sell-off has erased nearly $3 billion from Trump's net worth. The weeks-long sell-off accelerated after the company announced it received SEC approval for a move that threatens to water down the holdings of shareholders. Analysts warn Trump Media remains vulnerable to even deeper losses. And Amazon is saying so long to the plastic air pillows in its packaging in North America. The company says it has already switched to recycled paper filler in 95% of its packages because it's more environmentally sound. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture.
Celebrate Onalaska on Saturday, June 29th at Van Riper Park. Enjoy a fun-filled day of activities, food, and entertainment for the whole family. Events include a cornhole tournament and family fun zone with inflatable rides. Live music begins at 5:15 with Tabasco Cat, followed by Mason-Dixon Line at 6:30. Then the entertainment takes to the sky with the festival food salute to the 4th of July fireworks. Celebrate with us on June 29th in Van Riper Park in Onalaska.
Get mega savings on mega fresh produce this Thursday through Sunday during Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale. Basket and bushel strawberries, just $1.49 a pound when you buy a 2-pound pack. Red grapes, just 99 cents a pound. Candy cantaloupe, just $1.49 each. Plus, over 100 additional produce items on sale. If you're picky about produce and delighted by deals, you won't want to miss the Mega Produce Sale this Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get $500 off Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses and a $300 shopping cart with free white glove delivery and a 120-night guarantee. Tempur-Pedic, now at Home Sleep Express.
Welcome to the party. We all make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're going to meet here. You can feel the energy in this room. Every single person needs to be included in these conversations. Let's do this! Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
New research has pinpointed a possible genetic root for some types of obesity. Scientists at the University of Exeter found a genetic variant that causes people to expend less energy when at rest, resulting in a higher body weight. Lifestyle and environmental factors can also contribute to obesity, but the scientists say this discovery could lead to new medical treatments. Living to 100 may depend on making healthy lifestyle choices even in your later years. Scientists in China studied thousands of people over the age of 80. They found those who had higher lifestyle scores, factoring things like exercise, diet, and smoking habits, were significantly more likely to become centenarians. The study published in JAMA Network Open suggests healthy choices matter no matter your age. New data on infants born during the pandemic suggests the stressful environment for their mothers may have impacted their brain development. The study published in JAMA Network Open finds maternal psychological distress during the pandemic is associated with lower brain volume in newborns. Scientists say more research is needed on potential long-term impacts. Those were some of today's top health headlines. Taking a live look outside now from CityCam 8. Art is in next to tell us if the sun will come out this weekend.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
I've heard AI is so easy to use, I had to give it a try for Stanton Optical's newest deal. Create a commercial selling one pair of glasses for $59. Hey, I said a pair of glasses, not a pair wearing glasses. Better, but it needs to pop more. Pop more, not popcorn.
Forget it.
Maybe using AI to make an ad wasn't my best idea, but you can get the best deal on glasses right now. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
If you're shopping for a vehicle and wonder what website has local vehicles listed, check out FindCars.com, because FindCars.com is locally based. You'll find thousands of vehicles listed from local dealers and private sellers all over the area. Plus, it's so easy to use. Simply choose the vehicle you're looking for, and FindCars.com will show you who has what you're looking for locally and beyond. FindCars.com, local shopping made easy.
FindCars.com. Click.
The heat is on.
And so is Carl's Salute to Savings sale.
Save up to 45% on major appliances.
Get up to $1,000 back with Carl's exclusive rebates. Get this 28 cubic foot refrigerator for only $14.99. See the all-new washer, dryer, combi models.
All TVs are on sale.
Shop our Serta iComfort Eco mattresses.
And our great selection of name brand grills.
Carl's Salute to Savings sale.
Carl's is servicing dealer since 1956.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Well, good afternoon to you. We do have a weather alert day for you today. Today we're also looking at rainfall to continue through the day and into tomorrow. We're also holding on to main threats being flooding. Yeah, the flash flooding potential not out of the question. Some damaging winds. We already saw some winds today around 60 miles per hour cutting out of areas by Minnesota and then working their way up to the north zones here from Eau Claire all the way up to Ladysmith. Potential flash flooding, as I've mentioned, afternoon showers to storms. Then tonight, strong storms will appear and they will line up and kind of roll right over La Crosse as they dip down more to the south. All right, so as this happens, here are the flood alerts. Take a look at this. This is continuing to move through the area here. We've got some flash flooding that'll continue to go all the way through the weekend and possibly really pick up. This just really picked up again for Winona all the way down into areas by Trempealeau, so please be advised about this. All of that rainfall we've been picking up is slowly but surely working its way down into the river system, and that's going to cause more flooding potential as we go into next week. Now, also, we're going to be seeing the potential for being rerouted for a lot of folks. There are some areas that are already moving cars around and rerouting folks because of the construction that's going on. And with that, also with the rainfall, that could pose for a little bit of delay for you as you go through your day. Take a look at this, though. Here's the rainfall as we roll right across from this morning and then moving right across. You see the next batch of rainfall is on the way. Look at that line of storm activity going through Mankato. That's another place that's having trouble with the rivers. That will continue to drive through and stretch up to the north and then eventually flatten out and work its way down to La Crosse. All right, so the big batch of rainfall over the last couple of hours, that's moving out of the area. You saw the storm activity that brushed by barely for us. We'll see more of that over the last hour here. That's where the rainfall is currently. Now, that being said, let's take a quick peek here as we go into how this all looks for the next day here, rolling all the way in. You see the rainfall cutting down south of I-90 and then eventually holding down just south of Preston and areas by Decorah. Heavy rainfall pops in and it gets heavy at times. We'll see the rainfall amounts that we've picked up all the way through today and tonight. That's pretty good rainfall. A lot of it will continue to move through down to the south as we go into tomorrow. So bear that in mind. Please keep weather aware of what's going on. We do have the moderate flow for potential flash flooding. We have down to the south a little bit more of a slight chance. So that's out of our area. But again, that's going to be posing a lot of situations for folks that are going to try to enjoy their weekend. We have Friday here. There's that rain that continues to press through the area. As that happens, you'll see going into Saturday, it will continue to drive down to the south as I've shown you before. Then once we go into Friday for the evening hours, you're looking at more of the potential for that rainfall to pick up in the evening. You see it as we go right through our highs for the day. We dropped it down to about 79 degrees. And once we get into tonight, here's a look at the lows that will occur. We'll still hold on to that rain kind of moving down to the south, but it'll brush us and bring a few storm activity for us as we go into the overnight hours. There's a look, 72 degrees possible for the overnight lows, believe it or not. Your rainfall amounts, as you can see as we go through next week, we're back in some rainfall after we get out of the early portion of the week, and that's going to usher in the possibility of more flash flooding. All right, so as we see it, 79 degrees for today and tomorrow. We have 100% to 90% chance of rainfall with more sunshine as you go right back into Sunday and Monday. Picking up some good conditions there, but man, the humidity picks up and we get back into the upper 80s and into the 90s. Be safe out there and have a good day.
All right, Art. Thank you. Well, for years, wild flamingos were practically non-existent in Florida. After the break, why experts believe that is now changing.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $200 on select Sealy mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
We are a local install crews, local project managers. So when you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here.
It doesn't cost you anything to find out if solar panels are right for you. Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy. Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call at 608-780-2347.
After an accident, you have an important opportunity to go after all the money you may be entitled to.
When it comes to motorcycle representation for accidents, only one firm comes to mind, Hupy and Abraham.
They're very well known for handling motorcycle cases. We knew that we could trust them. They got me way more than I thought I would get.
Bikers choose Hupy and Abraham because of the reputation of getting the best results of any other law firm.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. We know there's many places you could go for local news, weather, and sports, but we're humbled and honored that you made News 8 Now your #1 choice. You expect more, and so do we. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Flamingos are ubiquitous with Florida, but many people may not realize for more than a century, the once native bird has only been a visitor to the state. Recently, more wild flamingos are being spotted in Florida, prompting the first ever flamingo census. No, I'm not part of it, just dressed like one today. Christian Benavides has the results.
From plastic lawn ornaments to the state lottery, flamingos in Florida just go together.
When people think of flamingos, they think of Florida and vice versa. They're doing it.
Rob McGill at Zoo Miami snapped this photograph of flamingos riding out Hurricane Andrew inside a zoo bathroom nearly 32 years ago. It saved their lives.
Flamingos historically were native birds here.
The once native population was decimated in the 1800s for the bird's vibrant feathers and meat. Since then, wild flamingos have been nearly non-existent until late last year when Hurricane Idalia's winds carried many from the Caribbean to the U.S. It led to a number of sightings, and in some cases, the birds aren't leaving.
So many wild flamingos have popped up that the first ever flamingo census took place this year.
We were getting our own surveys, and then we were asking the public for what they saw too.
Jerry Lorenz with the Audubon Society spearheaded the count. The census turned up 101 wild flamingos, including more than 50 in Florida Bay, 18 in the Pine Island area, and 14 at Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge.
Considering that a decade ago, I would have considered 4 a very large number of flamingos. So we're pretty happy with that number.
Lorenz credits conservation efforts in the Everglades for the triumphant return.
As we've improved the habitat, these birds are not only coming back, they're coming back to a place that they find that they like.
He hopes to see nesting flamingo populations flourish in their once native Florida home. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
And a reminder, if you're out bird watching, give flamingos their space. If you're affecting their movement or behavior, you're too close. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
At Driven to Clean, our goal is fast, efficient cleaning of your trash bins and dumpsters. Our high-powered wash system and autonomous trucks kill almost 99% of all bin bacteria, using 200-degree pressurized water to blast away germs and residue. We come the day after trash or recycling pickup for residential services and pre-schedule for commercial. Once completed, you'll have the cleanest bins around. Check out our plans and pricing at driventoclean.com.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that. Hey!
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
All right, weather alert day, huh, my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that rainfall is going to continue to work into the area as we go deeper in the afternoon into the evening. Showers to thunderstorms. Then tonight, those storms are going to linger right over us here in La Crosse.
All right, lots to be watching for. Thank you, Art. And thank you for joining us. We will see you back here tonight. Until then, enjoy your day.